these are the few concepts that we need to understand before going to the problem. I think we have looked into such concepts a lot. We talked about population, sample, and population mean basically represented by mu symbol. Uh, Sample mean basically be represented by x bar. Variance is what? What is the variance and what is the standard deviation? Basically, they are measures the distance of any other value from the mean. It is measures the spread of the data, right? So variance and the standard deviation relation also, that variance is represented by sigma symbol, sigma square, and if I have to find the uh, variance of sample, for example, if you see here this point number, let me highlight this one. The distribution mean of the sample size is taken from the population. You will have a normal distribution. Mean x bar is mu. This is same as the population. Variance is the variance of the population divided by number of the sample size that you taking. That will be the variance of the sample. Standard deviation is, of course, if we are figuring out from the given standard deviation of the population, then it will be divided by root under n. Because the relation between variance and the standard deviation is like a standard deviation. If I ask you what is the standard deviation, the standard deviation is a square root of variance. This is the relation. Okay. You can see a few examples. A random sample of 10 observation is taken from the population. So 10 observation is taken from the population, right? Population can be, a huge number that might be not given to you, but it is given that 10 observation is taken from the population. A random variable x representing a normal distribution with 30 as their mean, because this is the place where you write mu. Mean is 30 and this is the variance place. 25 is the variance. 25 is the variance. And the sample mean is calculated as x bar. Write down the distribution of the sample mean. So if I have to write the same thing for the just mean of sample, then we have to look into the size 10. Mu representing the mean, which is of population. That will be same for the sample also. So sample mean and the population mean will also match up because it is taken from that same population as well. So both are 30. Variance is given 25. Variance of the population is 25. So what is the what is the standard deviation of population? The standard deviation of the population is square root of variance. That's what the relation is. 5 is the standard deviation of population. Now come to the sample. Sample variance would be sigma square divided by n, or if I have to find out the sample standard deviation, then it would be 5 divided by the square root of 10. So here this what we got, x bar, that x bar representing the sample mean and sample variance. Are you getting this? Now, how do we use the things in the hypothesis testing? Of course, we have to look into any other factors from the mean, because that's what the uh, very important factor for the normal distribution. Very important parameter for the normal distribution. The population parameter being tested will be the population mean in a normally distributed random variable. So the population mean is tested by looking at the mean of the sample taken from the population. Mean of the sample taken from the population. Sample mean is denoted by x bar. Random variable x bar is normally distributed as mean and sigma square, which is the variance. The distribution of the sample mean would be x bar normally distributed as mu, which is same as population, and variance of the population divided by the sample size that we are taking it, or whatever the question given us. How do we generate the hypothesis?